In this video essay, I'm going to talk about activities in Melbourne urban alleys. For a period of time, dark alleys in Melbourne were far from inviting. There was a surge in 1990s to revamp the forgotten alley, saving this donut city. The amendment of liquor license for small bars came along and flourished the food culture to city alleyways. Diverse activities are going on in different spatial quality of Melbourne alleys. This diversity of activities promotes a lively city. In the book Cities for People, Jane Jill introduced the idea of 5 km city and 60 km city. In the 5 km city, architecture has small spaces, many details and events for people to engage with by walking. Whereas a 60 km city, architecture is simple since important information need to be quickly recognized by the drivers. Elements in Melbourne alleys comply to the approach of 5 km city and encourage people to walk in. Melbourne is famous for street arts that spread into alleys. Street artists engage with the space by constantly painting over. The same wall can have a totally different artwork overnight. Street art on the wall is created by various layers of texture. On the one piece of artwork, there can be 3 or 4 different materials, such as concrete wall, brick wall, and metal pipe under a dinosaur painting. They provide depth to the artwork, whereas artwork also hide them up. People enjoy this space by taking photos, browsing artworks, or even just walk through this atmospheric alley. This leads to the large activities of tourism happening in this space. Large windows and random recessed space with strong smell of paints are the spatial characteristic in street art alley, encouraging activities of observing and lingering. Here, people take photos in recessed space in every corner, even climb up to a higher recessed space to take an immersive photo without other tourists. Dining in alley. Dining in alley becomes more and more popular as a fashion. In the wide enough alley, dining space is organized in the middle of the alley. The small D/H ratio creates a sense of closure. Canopy is widely used to provide covering for activities under different weather. The signage of shops are the same and lining up orderly. People dining in semi-open space under the canopy have a larger view and sense for things going on in the surrounding environment comparing to the indoor dining. Even distance among tables are compact. Space in dining alley is socially organized both horizontally and vertically. Every restaurant has someone standing by the entrance engaging with potential customers. Activities of socializing is encouraged by the sense of social integration in this spatial arrangement. Traffic in alley. The main function for alley in history was service lane and shortcuts between streets. A traffic alley has a large portion of traveling activities between streets and buildings. It has a very low D/H ratio. People tend to bump into each other. However, the spatial arrangement is elastic. Signage of shops at all difference creates a sense of collage and mass. Tables of opening shops occupy space in front of the adjacent shop with rolling doors shut down to extend their dining space. These tables are taken back in shop outside the opening hours. This tacit agreement between shop owners formed this elastic spatial arrangement. The space is compact and the view from the street is limited, thus have a sense of isolation and intimacy. Even alley culture is celebrated by Melbourne City. There are still many alleys stay unsafe and prevent people from walking. As Jane Jacobs revealed in her book The Death and Life of Great American Cities, a well-used alleys and dense volume of users deters most crimes. Spatial quality and user experience should be predominantly taken into consideration of designing the alley space.